Earlier this week as Martin tried to thaw the Iceman.
Come on, where's the full flash? Do I have to open 30 or what? I have no front end and it's 20 laps to go.
Kimi, let's talk about you. You're an Enigma. You're one of the most popular drivers in F1. What drives you?
What drives me? Racing, I guess.
So if you could arrive in the truck, seat-belted in your Ferrari, and then go home the same way, you'd be happy, yeah? Never having to get out.
Yeah, it would be perfect. I always said that nobody would know you outside, and you could just race. And
But people want to know you. They love you. So what kind of guy are you? Do you go to the supermarket?
I do, and go and buy. Somebody has to buy the food, so it's just the normal life. And then obviously there's a F1 side that it's all hectic.
One thing that strikes me about you is loyalty, because you have the same manager you had in the early days, Steve Robertson. Of course, his dad, Dave, was there as well. Mark Arnold's been beside you through a lot of the footage. Is that important to you, loyalty?
Yeah, I think it's the most important thing in life, whatever you do. I mean, it gets awfully complicated if there's no loyalty, if it's not honesty involved. It's, things get quickly very ugly, and it's never going back from there.
Has Formula One been honest and loyal to you?
So. I mean, sometimes you have to laugh with the stories because they make a big story out of everything, and 80% times is far from truth. But
well, maybe you'll become a journalist when you've finished.
No, definitely not.
Find it hard to get the stories.
No. Then don't make the stories. So.
Right, let's go back to 2001 Sauber. That's you, youngster, 23 races, going sideways already. Crazy boy. Good memories?
I think it was perfect place for myself, and not such a big team, and nice people, and obviously great car we had that year. And
McLaren next up, Fernando on the podium, Ron Dennis crying on the pit wall.
A real crying or fake?
Well, let's have a look.
That's F1. People always think that we had a bad relationship, but we actually have a very good relationship. And obviously we had some things that we didn't agree, but that's how it goes.
Towards the end of your McLaren career, this happened.
Kimi, you missed the presentation by Pele.
Yeah.
Will you get over it?
Yeah, I was having
This is honest.
Yeah.
Honest answer.
Absolutely.
You asked the wrong question if you go from it.
And then, of course, you moved to Ferrari. You became world champion for Ferrari in the first year. I mean, that's like the biggest box ticked already.
Yeah, obviously it was a great memory. I'm still with the same team, with probably the greatest team in F1. And
why did you leave Ferrari?
For many reasons. So obviously they wanted something different on that time, and obviously I had contract, but it all got sorted out, and I was quite happy to go on that point. So.
So then you went rallying, NASCAR and rally. I forget that you did a bit of NASCAR. Was this a mistake going rallying, or did you loved it?
For me, it was absolutely no mistake. There's a lot of mistakes on the stages, but that's part of rally.
I never forget seeing you digging a car out of the snow.
That's what makes also rally very exciting. Also, I think the atmosphere there is a bit warmer because you don't race against each other really. You race against time, and so there is not that kind of real battle against each other. But I really enjoyed, and I think also I wouldn't change anything.
And back to Ferrari.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Not many people expected that.
No. Did you?
I don't know. It's always easy to say afterwards. I have never had any problems when I left. Obviously, I ended up back, and I was very happy.
So, with a bit of adrenaline, you tend to say more things, it must be said.
Flaps the steering wheel here. Give me steering wheel. Hey! Steering wheel, somebody tell him to give it to me. Come on! Boom!
I love that passion. Is that the real Kimi Räikkönen?
I don't think so. I'm not like that at home. No, it's
Give me my cup of tea.
Yeah, obviously it's No, I like to be quiet in the radio, and sometimes when they tell you very obvious things, it's not necessary.
Do you still love F1?
As long the racing is the bigger part than the rest, I'm happy. That driving stuff is the why I want to be here, and if I wouldn't enjoy it or love it, I wouldn't be here.
David, have you seen an upturn in Kimi's